I don't know what to call it. I'm just putting Ethan Klein's video for now on YouTube.
Sure.
And then I'm just getting it live, so okay. There, and then you can fix them. I like turtles.
Good now? Yes?
I think I spelled his name wrong.
Who gives a shit?
I mean, you can just fix it real quick.
Hi there, my name is Ethan Klein, and my favorite hobby is spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on lawyers. Today I invite you into my home to share my favorite pastime with you. Join me in creating generational wealth for my attorney. Let me tell you guys a story. About a year and a half ago, it's a big conversation called ReactGate. ReactGate was a debate going on in the streaming community about what constituted fair use. People like Hassan, XQC, and many of the large Twitch streamers would watch other creators' entire video on their stream. They would rarely add sufficient commentary or even pause the video to speak. Most egregiously, they would re-upload the entire VOD to YouTube with the same thumbnail, the same title, so that they could cannibalize traffic from the original video. Here's what Lamino had to say about this phenomenon.
I don't mind
It's
people
Lemino.
reacting to my videos, but I do mind when they play
You're a
the
lemon.
entirety of my video. A face cam in the corner or the occasional interruption does nothing to address that issue. My video is still being played from beginning to end in someone else's stream or video. It's neither ethical nor necessary to feature the entirety of someone else's work. Or, you know, they could do the bare minimum and ask for permission. Something that none of the major reaction channels have ever done when they've streamed or re-uploaded my videos. But to answer your question, no, I don't want people to stream or re-upload the entirety of my videos.
Now, understandably, this made a lot of people angry, because why should these content thieves, essentially, get more views than the author of the video, which in a lot of cases was happening? I mean, people don't like injustice, and we all see this, and no, it's not right. This debate culminated when XQC, one of the prime suspects, called into my show to debate me, in which case I'm sad to report that I was terribly owned. So in that regard, do you care at all about like IP or copyright, or like the fact that it's illegal? Does that matter? That it might be illegal, does that matter to you?
No.
It doesn't matter.
Well, if flat out doesn't, because...
But that's fair.
Watch me full screen cam, do the fucking worm, and watch your
Do
prime...
that.
Then watch
Bro,
your prime
do
content.
it for a week. Do a week of no reaction content and see how many fucking views you get. Oh, okay, sure.
Is this guy a child?
I mean, that's content, man. It's original content, at least. The ultimate debate, bro. He hit him with the worm. Oh, why didn't I think of that first? I kid XQC, but he is not the one I'm suing. Despite my criticism, he's not a malicious infringer. But the ones I am suing, you'll see, are much, much worse. Now, ironically, after this debate,
Who's he suing?
in the wake of this large
Probably
conversation, the problem seems to
Froggen
have
and
only
shit.
gotten worse. You have people like
Froggen.
Hassan Piker paving the way of fair use with what's known as chair
Fargo,
reacts,
whatever the fuck
when
her name
Hassan
is.
gets up to go to the bathroom, or to eat, or to talk to his mom, or to do whatever, disappears for an extended period of time and leaves the video playing for his chair. Mr. Chair, they call it.
IDF had warned people to leave the area around the main airport in Sana. Then
This is. I swear to God, if he goes on about, what do you want them to do? They're literally streaming. Did you want them to pull a quartering? piss in a bottle
I mean,
in his basement? Like,
I just peed in my basement. Well, that also was him getting up and just leaving a chair there.
mm-hmm. But like, what the fuck do you want them to do? Seriously. Like, this is pathetic commentary. Like, you make YouTube videos. You can pause it, pause the recording, go and do something else and come back. Streaming, there's no pause. What do you want them to put the I'll be right back and everybody goes and leaves? Like, what the fuck? Who cares? Who gives a shit?
Yeah, you have to pause it and leave dead air there.
Yeah, literally, okay, I gotta go, somebody's at the door, I gotta go answer the door. Just wait right here listening to dead air. Cool.
Well, that's why...
Great. You know what'd be awesome? If you could play music for people on a stream when you have to go away. And then you could be like, hey, here's some tunes, I'll be back in 5 minutes. But no, you can't do that because of fucking copyright, because the music industry is fucking parasites.
Wouldn't it be great if the music was literally integrated into the stream itself? And
yeah, it'd be great.
And, like, the artists get a fucking revenue play like they would of Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you walk away, you literally stop making money.
That's what they're saying, yeah. It's like, oh, you work a job in the office. Every time you need to get up from your desk, you stop getting paid.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I used to, like, calculate how much company time I was wasting, like a nickel a minute,
That's great. Always shit on company time, people.
Yeah.
Always.
But that's the whole reason why I want, like, multiple people, like, reacting. So, and Ethan has that luxury too, because he has the whole crew there to bounce off of. It's never like dead air on Ethan's show.
Yeah.
And like, if he really wanted to do a show daily, they could. They have the capacity to,
sure, Sure.
Like, Hassan is like, that's the thing. Is like, I don't know what you expect. The dude is literally, like, most of his life is being fucking live streamed every day of his life.
Yeah. Yeah. It must be a weird thing.
Well, like I said, I think he's got like a weird reverse parasocial relationship. Like,
he needs the chat.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because it's not about the money for him.
No, clearly not. Clearly not. Yeah.
That's the same thing with Asmongold, right? Like,
well, he's fucking
a millionaire,
loaded.
and he fucking eats like...
He lives like a parasite, because he is a
pennies.
parasite.
Like, his lifestyle costs pennies, Like, I, like, can afford to live like Asmongold.
Yeah.
And have stuff left over. It's crazy. Well, he probably buys more games than me.
Yeah, probably.
But still, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Also, I was gonna say,
we do make fun of Hassan getting up from the chair, though. Like, that all being said, like, but we're not criticizing him for fucking stealing content while he's got to go piss at work. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Get a grip. Like, seriously, get a grip. Touch grass, you fuckhead. Unfucking real. Like, do people not realize that this is people's job?
So I was thinking, like, wouldn't it be great if we could get to the point where basically stream is, like, always going, and it's this, like, drop-in, drop-out thing where people just come in and, like, hang out? It's like a cool Zoomies couch, you know what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you have Zoomies?
Yeah. What do you mean?
It's probably an American brand.
A brand?
So, yeah. So it's a store that you'll find at like brick and mortar store you'll find in like malls.
Okay.
But it's where you would actually like buy like authentic professional skateboards and snowboards.
Oh, okay.
But they would have a couch in there, and it would always be like hooked up to like a console, normally Tony Hawk. Right? So you
Okay.
could like go and sit in there while your parents were doing something and play
Well,
Tony
we had,
Hawk on a couch instead of like in the Best Buy with your head cranked back.
Standing up, yeah. We had like
they
a
also
youth
made their own
center
brand of skateboard,
there.
and it was genuinely one of the best boards you could get, and it was cheap.
Oh, interesting.
It was just like a blank deck. No
Yeah.
graphic on it whatsoever. So they're just buying a deck from a professional company and not painting it. And then
a
buying
good
it
idea.
in bulk to save the money.
It's a good idea.
So they would have like packages where you could like build your deck in the store.
Oh, like actually in the store. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So they would like go over like different packages and price options on what kind of like trucks or wheels or bearings would be included and like what the upgrades were and stuff. So, and this is like the height of X Games and shit when this store was really coming around, so they did well.
Yeah.
They also would have brand ambassadors handing out stickers at like schools, like grade schools, like elementary schools. So they targeted kids when they were young.
I mean, that's exactly what you should do.
Well, they still have bones to break.
Yeah, exactly. That's a better title for Twitch. Ethan Klein crying again.
Where? Somebody called a ambulance.
I'm just changing the title. Okay, I think that is done. Yeah.
Results in killing of hostages in captivity will result in the death of the third
We're communication. Well, I've been seeing
And it was in this setting that I formulated an idea. What if I could make a long-form, irresistible piece of content that I knew that these streamers couldn't resist, they couldn't avoid the temptation of watching it the second it was published.
I don't have an issue with them.
It's not that I wanted these people to steal my video. It's that I knew they would. I knew they would watch the entire video, add little to no commentary, react to it instantly, giving them no time to form an opinion. The trap was set, and it worked even better than I imagined it would. We captured pretty much every large streamer reacting to it in its entirety immediately after it was published. Now the thing is, there were a few people that went above and beyond to commit copyright infringement. For example, Denim sits here silently with nearly 50,000 live viewers. That's 30 times her regular viewership. She's working directly with the Snark subreddit moderators to siphon views. And
I can't describe how little I give a fuck about any of this shit happening to Ethan Klein outside of his kids, the harassment towards his kids and CPS.
All right,
like
bro.
outside of that, I cannot stress
How
enough
funny is
how little I give a fuck about Denim
There's a really
and
good-
Ethan Klein
really
and
good
fucking
anti-Semitic
all of these
joke here.
idiots.
Bro, there's a really good anti-Semitic joke here. You know how Ethan, it started where he was writing the copyright law, getting sued and getting the defense, right? Now
Yeah.
he's the one being a piece of shit about it, right?
Yes.
So he's like, I'm not a hypocrite. Is this not Ethan's metaphorical hospital bombing?
Yes. Yes, it is. Hilarious. Fuck's sake.
No, you don't understand. It's different when it happens to me.
Yeah, I'm the victim.
And their intentions couldn't be clearer. Here's an excerpt from a stickied post from the Snark subreddit. Hey everyone, we've seen a lot of comments about wanting to watch the nuke without showing support for H3. Here's a list of creators who've supported our sub, either by engaging with us directly or citing our post in their critique of H3. Here they're offering these streamers as market substitutes for my work.
Okay.
This is the cardinal sin.
I wonder if he'll show this, but like, when I'm watching Fox News, and there's, you know, like 4 people also watching, and I'm talking about Fox News, none of those people would go watch Fox News. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like,
no,
why would you... Like, the only reasons Fox News is watchable and funny is, like, because we're, like...
People watching it?
Yeah, so it's like, it allows a presentation of, like, all those different news viewpoints.
Yes.
So we can
I
commentary
get...
so it's tolerable.
Okay, so I get where he's coming from in the sense that, like, they're watching his video and not adding criticism. And, like, because when we do it, we actually
going out of your
so
way
much.
to being like, here, now you can watch Fox News so you don't have to give the view to Fox News.
That's actively what people do.
But
and if that's
these
something that can be
people
done to
watching
Fox
us
News,
wouldn't watch Fox News.
No, and most people watching these people
So
wouldn't watch
the thing
Ethan.
is that, but they want to watch it. That's the point, is that all these people went to go watch it with Venoms because they didn't want to give Ethan the view.
Well,
Like,
that's fucking
weird.
Ethan's problem. That's Ethan's problem.
You know what I mean?
That's Ethan's problem. Maybe he should stop being a cunt. Maybe you should actually
Like,
listen to
if you
people.
look- if
And maybe
you,
they
like,
should do the same thing. Put them all in couples therapy. Fuck them all. Fucking useless
But
children.
it's like, it's so much different than like, oh, I don't want to fucking pay for the fight, so I'm finding a pirate stream. You know? Those pirate streams aren't like, we hate the UFC, so we're trying to undermine them by taking their money.
Yes. Like, there is a malicious aspect
Jack,
to it.
look at
yes.
chat.
Oh my god. What, you like my background? It's my favorite background. I am not at home at the moment, so this is my background, so this is my background. I have other ones. What about this one? Do we like this one? Is this one better? We like the Ayatollah crying?
Not appear that there's any kind of an effort up there yet. Now remember, oh my God.
That looks like a second plane. Has just
I didn't see a plane go in.
We got a third slot in there, you know? We gotta figure out what goes perfectly with those two.
Oh, man.
I got an idea.
It's so funny.
I got an idea.
I know, I need to get more pictures of the Ayatollah crying. I also have Tim Pool. Tim Pool can join the stream. Hold on. There. Haha. Or we can have some fun. Yeah, fun is fun. Backwards. Why is it backwards? Turn around. There we go. Hold on. Full screen that. Sure does. I got some good ones. I got more. I got tons. But this is my favorite one. And it's not that I'm communist. I am mocking him. Stalin deserves to be mocked endlessly. Fuck Stalin.
You gotta watch Death of Stalin.
What is that?
It's a satirical comedy about the death of Stalin, where Steve Buscemi plays Khrushchev.
Oh my god. Okay, that sounds interesting. Maybe I will.
It's very good, and it's fairly historically accurate. But they're like Stalin, when he had his like stroke or whatever, he like pissed all over himself in the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And so like all the bureau comes in to discover his body, and they're all overperforming how sad they are that Stalin is dead. And they keep kneeling next to him, going, why? And they realize they're kneeling in pee, and they're like, oh
my god.
And it's like, it happens like 3 times.
That's great. So, it was a stroke that killed him, was it?
Something like that.
Okay. It's a shame nobody got to shoot him.
Do you know how there was a violinist who told Stalin to go fuck himself?
I did know that, actually.
I
think Emma Goldman also told Stalin to go fuck himself.
What they do,
or it might have been Lenin.
Is that violinist's letter is the reason why he has his heart attack in the plot of the movie.
Oh, interesting.
But it does it's not like a historical drama, you know. It's a satire about the death of Stalin. So there's like different moments from that last period of his life and the ascension of Khrushchev.
Okay. I think
there's a whole scene where Steve Buscemi's at home talking to his wife, going over the jokes he told Stalin. Which is it was very accurate to real life.
Yeah. I think it was Lenin that Emma Goldman told to go fuck himself. Not Stalin. But I could be wrong. This is unacceptable. What was your favorite part? Was the ethnic deportations the favorite part, or was it the purges and stuff?
It's just so crazy because like.
Or was it the Nazi collaboration? There's some heaters in there.
Like, you could just be normal and say like, "Hey, Khrushchev was fucking awesome." Like, but why Stalin when Khrushchev is right there?
He went back on what Stalin built by the. You don't get it.
Stalin betrayed the fucking revolution to begin with. Like, if you're a real Leninist, you should be a Khrushchev guy. You know what I mean?
It's true. But this is the romantic nationalism of the Soviet apologia, right? This is the romanticization of Stalin's history. The moving away from the fact that Stalin
is one of the
was a
best
piece of
leaders
shit
in Russian history. Period.
Khrushchev, is he the one that did the missile crisis?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Literally strongest Soviet leader ever.
It's like the opposite of like JFK. There's so much that America was standing for, and Khrushchev was there the whole time. You know, like
that is
he
true.
was a personality. He was around for a long time.
Yeah. Oh, you should stick around and listen because you'll stop liking Stalin eventually. You'll realize that a lot of the history around Stalin, and I'm not even talking about like American history, like a lot of it is from Soviet coffers once the empire fell, and then the people who didn't want the Soviet empire's legacy to die started manipulating those to make it seem like Stalin was a good guy. He wasn't. Stalin's a fuckwit. Or as Alan just said, Stalin was a cunt. He was a gigantic fucking cunt. And
little bit.
I'm pretty sure he was shorter than Hitler, which is very funny.
Shorter than Mao.
But like the big apologia for Stalin is that early World War II period. It is that 1937 to 1941 period where they were fucking around with Finland and the Baltic states and Eastern Europe, and then made their little deal and had their little party in Poland, and then Russia under Stalin in the auspices of imperial conquest, invaded 5 countries, including Finland, and then Barbarossa happened. Stalin lost his air superiority because Stalin was like, my buddy wouldn't do this. Why would my buddy invade me? He did that, and then once the Nazis fell, instead of returning those countries back to the power of the countries that were like the people of those countries, the Soviets simply replaced the Nazis as the imperial overlords. I don't know about you, but if that's the history of the people that I'm defending, I'm going to stop defending those people. Yeah, and you now understand why people who defend the Soviet Union get so angry when you bring this up and call it propaganda, because you are propagandized. You are the alt sort of whatever. You are the polar opposite of the NATO stand, the America stooge, America boo, what Ameriboo? What do they call them? Something like that. But it's like it's a big problem, and China is even worse because China is not a dead empire, currently and actively rewriting its own history, and that is fucking terrifying. Because if you get a country rewriting its history, last country to rewrite its history actively was Hitler. So. Unless I could be incorrect there. There could be a country in between World War II and now that has done an active rewriting of their history to justify whatever they're doing, but I'm not sure. I'm not aware of it. If somebody is, bring it up, but I'm pretty sure last one was Hitler. Or Mussolini, maybe. Was there any fascist states following those ones? They kind of just stopped a little bit. America, sure. Liberal, call it whatever you want.
Dar dar, zanga zanga.
Oh my god.
Bet, dar dar, zanga zanga. Ferd.
Yeah, yeah, that one will work actually because we don't have it in the sound bites.
Yeah. The other one I was thinking about is the Soleimani was our hero.
Yeah, but I've got that as a soundbite. We have that
yeah,
as
but
a soundbite.
It's very funny to see the guy crying.
That is true. I don't know. I'll leave it up to you. That's pretty funny.
I think
that
the Gaddafi energy pairs well with the Jew and the 9/11 shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The door-to-door. I think that fits much better. You gotta stop with the Stalin shit though. For real. Like we really like genuinely. We should not be praising any of these people.
Just fucking be a Khrushchev stan. Like there's so much you could like. You don't even have to do apologia for Khrushchev. It's great.
It's true though. I think because I always say this, right? I always say this that in the conflict of like Russia invading Ukraine, right? Russia invades Ukraine. People should be giving weapons to Ukraine to stop that invasion. Same thing as China. China threatens to invade Taiwan. Give Taiwan all the guns. Make sure that they are unable to do so. Same thing with America and Cuba. America trying to fuck with Cuba. The Soviets armed Cuba. That was a good thing. Fuck America. Right? Same shit. It's not hard. And on top of that, you can be consistent being pro-Soviet, anti-American, as well as being anti-Russian in the current conflict, as well as being anti-China when it comes to them doing their fascist imperialist invasion of Taiwan, which is ultimately going to happen. They are building up. So whether I keep saying whether or not, they're going to do it. Like, it's just a matter of time.
Isn't it funny how little interest you have in Ethan Klein's video?
We just got sidetracked. We got sidetracked. we'll come back. Where am I? I am house sitting, so
6 feet
currently not at
under.
home. Something like that, in front of Stalin. All right, back to
Remember
enough.
for Shark's Free.
Enough.
Fucking.
I will end tankies and their existence. That is my life.
Of copyright infringement. The Snark subreddit has been a frequent and persistent infringer. That's how I knew when this video came out, the Snarkers were going to encourage, promote, and push streamers to commit copyright infringement. I should thank the Snarkers, actually. Because of their predictability, they acted like double agents for us, incriminating their favorite streamers and serving them up on a golden platter. So,
they're double agents!
It's one thing for a subreddit to admit it's engaging in copyright infringement, but how do you get the streamers themselves to admit that they're stealing content?
Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow.
We got double agents in the Discord server.
It turns out they just do it for you. You couldn't cook up a more incriminating statement if you tried. Denim's the queen of self-owning. You prevail again. There's one thing about copyright you should know is that you got to register it before you publish to be eligible for statutory damages.
I meant the ideas
and attorney's fees, which is the main.
I'm talking about the ideas, the romantic nationalism, the defending of tyrants. None of this is acceptable. Everybody needs to stop it. I don't give a shit what team you're on. Fuck these people. Like, why do we defend people whose main achievement in life was slaughtering people who didn't agree with him? I don't understand the mentality of defending these people. Like, oh, he was against the American Empire. Who gives a fuck? Heaps of people have been against the American Empire. You know who else was against the American Empire? Fucking Hitler.
Pol Pot.
Who gives a shit? Pol Pot. Exactly. Like, who gives a fuck? And then you look at the people who are on the side of the Soviet Union.
Impaler apologist.
Like, do we really want to defend these fucking people? Like, Wagner, right? Wagner. If you, like, a lot of people who defend Stalin and the Soviets will defend Wagner and their actions in Africa, right? Do you defend that? Because they're siding with Russia and Russia's sending Wagner there? I don't think so. That's fucking ridiculous.
What about the Azawad?
The Tuaregs?
You know who the side the Azawad is on?
I'm not sure, actually.
بيت بيت دار دار زنقة زنقة فرد فرد.
Fuck's sake. I downloaded another image for my background. A boom. Boom, ba boom. Thanks. We love it.
Biting force of a copyright infringement lawsuit. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys now.
I'm not a
Klein
fan.
Have registered Hassan Piker content nuke with the United States Library of Congress. Some of you guys out there sweating? Even though theoretically I could sue a lot more creators and rake in millions of dollars, but the purpose of this is not financial gain. People like XQC and Asmongold may have watched the entire thing, but I would never sue them just for doing it.
Shut up and stop bullying me!
Community into fear. Actually, the opposite. I hope that we can all unite against this.
Now this is how we're gonna get you, because Hassan pushes a lot of Chinese fucking uncritical Chinese propaganda, right? A lot of it. Like, he'll literally just watch Chinese propaganda, exactly as Ethan's saying in this video, right? That he'll just watch a video, not say a thing for the whole video. We watched him do it with a literal state media video. Fucking ridiculous. But this is how we're gonna get you. Is I'm gonna show you that all these people just parrot exactly what you would criticize about the American government, right? The U.S. State Department, the president, the whoever, right? Whatever.
The
government
auto-generated thumbnail right now is literally you laughing in front of Tiananmen Square.
That's fucking awesome. We should keep that as the thumbnail. I'm a big fan of that. It's not showing. Whatever you just sent me isn't loading. Oh yeah, no, Hassan absolutely knows nothing. Like, it's so bad. He's so susceptible to non-US propaganda, and that's the reason is people are so against the US for like obvious fucking reasons too. But it's like the same people on
Ben
that
Shapiro was
country
explaining
are feeding you
information
the same
warfare
shit.
again today.
Oh, good God. How did that go?
Oh, it was funny where he was trying to explain to people, like, you understand that these people are amplifying narratives. They're enemy states, basically. While, it's funny. It's like, to try and educate people on information warfare while advocating to bomb Iran.
Yeah, pretty cool.
It's so funny.
It's very entertaining. Yeah, this is very funny as well. That is very true. But this is what you don't understand. Countries against America can't ever have the people revolt against them. You see, they're people's republics, right? It's in the name, right? It's the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. They can't possibly rise up against that country. It's a people's country, you see. China is the people. Like, why am I blanking on this?
People's Republic of China.
It is the People's Republic of China? I'm doubting myself now.
That's a pretty. Is it PRC Taiwan?
No, that's ROC. Yes, People's Republic of China. Yes, okay. So China cannot be a fascist country because it is the People's Republic of China, you see. Xi Jinping is the people. Xi Jinping, worth $1 billion himself, is the people. He is the epitome of the Chinese man, you see. And, rinse and repeat, right? Rinse and repeat for any of the countries that claimed color revolutions happen, right? There's always some kind of funding there somewhere. Like, you're not going to get away from it. So, it's like, it's so silly to focus on it. You cannot, in most circumstances, pay people to die. It's that simple. Nobody is going to take that much money that they will happily, willingly die for somebody else as an agent of their interest. That is fucking stupid and absurd to suggest. Anyway, enough?
Type of egregious behavior that not only makes us all look bad, but could destroy the commentary community as we know it.
Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime.
The state of reaction content on Twitch is so broken, these creators feel comfortable looking right into a camera
if
and
YouTube
saying outright,
would
hey,
offer a
I'm
platform
stealing
that
this guy's
wasn't
content.
fucking
Pay me
anti-creator.
instead of him. This is not
true. That's very, very true. Maybe it would actually do something. Maybe if, I mean, that music idea is actually such a good idea. Integrate it into the music like a Spotify player into the streams. You can stream it licensed through Twitch, and they get paid.
Spotify should just open up the ability to stream.
Yes. Yeah. That'd be great. That'd be really cool.
And like kind
I
of
doubt
like
that
take
would happen.
a talk radio market.
Yeah. Dude, imagine if you could simulcast a Twitch stream to Spotify as a live streamed radio show.
You might be able to.
That's what a great fucking idea. Hey, Spotify.
Right?
Hey,
no, like,
hey,
I think
Spotify.
we might be able to do this through Restream.
Okay, well, if we can, we need to figure that out. If not, Spotify, hit us up. We got a business proposal for you.
Spotify's not here. TikTok.
Tink tonk.
not a healthy environment. And with
You can
people like
live
Hassan
stream to
reacting to
Steam.
entire TV shows
Weird.
on stream, my fear is that Sony or Disney comes along, sues everybody, and sets a devastating precedent that could endanger our entire field. Now, before I tell you who the 3 people I'm suing are,
So why don't you just not do this, you fucking mongoloid, you idiot, you fucking knuckle-dragging dumb fuck? Why don't you just not do this instead of opening the door for Disney, you fucking moron? Like, you think they're not watching this?
I just want to make it clear that they all met this very specific high bar of criteria that I set forth earlier. These people were not targeted based on their gender, their identity, their political beliefs. All 3 are on this list. In fact, they're the only 3, as far as I could tell, that reacted to the full video. Drum roll, please. Who's sweating at home, guys? Casey Tron,
Nobody.
the queen of ripping farts and bong loads.
They do musicals. They're very musical people. Are you being serious? Dog, what do you... Look!
She just ripped cones on fucking camera?
No, they're fucking... She's got the fucking volcano bag. We're covering it.
Oh my god.
Good chair she's got.
Musical people. Are you being serious? Dog, what do you... Look! You think I made this?
Frogan, who, bless her soul, she's still rising.
Can I walk away and use the bathroom? Do I have permission?
I like her background.
Can I use the
very
bathroom,
nice.
please? I'll leave it playing.
Ethan being that cunt boss that starts a stopwatch when you go to the toilet. That's what he's doing right now. That's what he's doing. I hope everybody is observing exactly what Ethan is doing right now. Ethan is being that cunt boss, stopwatch timing your bathroom breaks.
An Excel spreadsheet to show how much time
I
he
saw that,
spent
yeah.
eating, and his son was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
That's the appropriate response. Dude, I know, it's fucking crazy. Like, at least I go outside. Like, what the fuck? Like, on camera, crazy. It's like the squid guy that we raided a couple times.
Fuck.
He just rips him on camera as well. I'm like, you fucking just watching One Piece ripping cones. What a fucking loose cunt. I fucking love that guy.
Apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
What happens?
And Denim's the queen of
What happens?
self-owning. And my God,
Okay.
is she...
Now, I have
That
a
was
little bit
fucking
of an
funny.
issue. I have
That
a
was
little
a
bit of an
fucking
issue.
good edit.
Yeah, I have a little bit of an issue with that. Like, at least when I walk away, I'm listening. Most of the time. I have my headphones in at least, and I'm actually, like, semi-listening. And if something comes up, I'll, like, yell out, or even if I was streaming alone, I would turn the gain up so I could yell from the other side of the house and people would hear me.
I'll be like peeing in the other room, and you'll be asking me questions, and you'll just continually be going, "What? Right? What do you think? Huh? What do you think about that? What do you think that's? You think that's possible?"
every now and again, you'll yell out.
Yeah, but I'm like behind a door.
Yeah,
Like, my mic won't be able to pick me up.
Queen of that.
It's very obvious from the way that guy's talking, he's a Sneeko fan.
Oh my God, bro, I love you. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
None of the hostages that have been released so far have said that they've been raped.
That text wasn't on screen long enough.
You can go look at them.
Yeah, that was a joke where literally if we cared what the text said, we would have to pause.
This Yemeni kid is just a Yemeni kid with a... He's a Sneeko fan.
Oh my.
Which one?
Bro, I love you.
Right
Can
here.
I give you a hug, bro?
Ready?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you,
Okay.
bro.
None of the hostages that have been released so far have said that they've
Sure.
been raped. The hostages have public statements. You can go look at them.
The sexual assault
I don't like it. She left the video playing on its own. That's an easy infringement case for Ethan if the lawsuit doesn't get dropped. Okay. No, because one instance of getting up in the middle of a video because you need to piss.
That was also a Hassan video she was watching.
Yeah, like
that's
like to get up.
Like if
Not
Hassan
really.
should be throwing on Boy Boy when he gets up to pee, you know, and then come back
True.
to like whatever he's transforming.
Have
hey,
something
Zero
to
Dark 30
play
is
as a-
free with ads right now.
Can we watch it on stream? Because it's free.
Have you seen it recently?
Not recently, no. Okay. Playing on its own, agent infringement case by Ethan if the lawsuit doesn't get dropped. No, like as I was saying before, I'm not sure whether you were here or not when I was saying this. It's super fucking pedantic. Like this isn't their job. Like they're not streaming for job day lengths of time, right?
The thing is that the difference is that Ethan fucking
that too
went through the Library of Congress to copyright it.
Seriously?
Like, yeah, that's the whole. You missed that whole. That's the whole setup on why he's suing them. Is that he was saying like I laid the trap,
okay,
knowing
so it was
that
entrapment.
these people.
Okay,
it's
so
not
wait.
entrapment. It's not entrapment. It's a bait car.
Okay.
It's shitty.
I feel like this should be dismissed instantly out of court. Like, the second this hits a court, the judge should be like, get the fuck out of my courtroom. This is fucking ridiculous. You set up a trap for these people who are known streamers who do this for a living. Get the fuck out of my courtroom.
Well, he'll show the whole suit, I'm
like,
sure.
that is the only
and what the actual
appropriate
lawsuit
response.
says.
Yeah.
Experience should never happen to any human being.
This Yemeni kid is just a Yemeni kid with a gun and is not a Houthi, and there is no proof of him being a Houthi.
We're still on this.
Yes. Well, that seems pretty definitive.
We're still on this kid being a soldier.
Hassan Nasrallah was a good guy.
Hey, Ethan. Hey, actually, John, ask me if I'm a soldier.
Are you a soldier?
Yes. Did you see how easy that was to lie? Wow, that was crazy. Whoa.
When I grow up, I will be an army.
Wow, that was crazy. Man, you really got him now. That guy is definitely a Houthi.
Destroy India and save Pakistan. Wow, strong army!
Yes, I'm aware, but like surely there is some kind of like, you know, like if I was to leave, let's say I lived in a state that had a stand your ground law, right?
Again,
and let's say I provide. Actually,
let me just lay this out real quick.
This is an actual
so you
case.
understand what. Let me just say what Ethan's doing, so you understand. Okay, he filed with the Library of Congress to make it legally copyright. Right, that's something that you don't do on YouTube. He then
it's covered by DMCA. Yep.
No. You have to go out of your way to send Congress money.
Oh.
Like, it's actually a legal difference between the Creative Commons
ownership
license you have with YouTube and a copyright. So he has a copywritten work, right? And so now he's saying that this is my copywritten work, and here's evidence that each of these creators specifically were trying to maliciously take money away from my active product that I have licensed and created.
Sure.
So that's what he's suing them for, is that it's a case of them it's just like it's the same type of suit that you put somebody in if they, like I was comparing UFC, right? UFC would sue people the same way that Ethan's doing here. It's the same legal pathway.
Okay.
But he's trying to show that they deliberately stole intellectual property with type of stuff. You know, it's just a completely different type of scenario because he was a dickhead and decided to get it copywritten through Congress first.
Do you remember this case? There was a dude was fatally shot in a parking lot outside a convenience store in Florida. Shortly before the shooting, the guy came out pulled in a spot meant for parking and approached the car to confront the guy's girlfriend for parking in a disabled spot without a placard. The guy came out of the store to find him yelling at his girlfriend, warned him to step back from his vehicle, and then attempted to, when that attempt was unsuccessful, shoved him to the ground. He drew his gun and shot him, right? Now, there's a couple of instances of this where it was actually instigated. They instigated them on purpose because they were found to have malicious intent to murder them. Now, didn't have to be them specifically, just was anybody, they just wanted to kill a black person, right? Same shit. That's the same vibe I'm getting from what Ethan did.
Yeah.
Same vibe. Same vibe.
Yeah, he's doing entrapment, but it's not technical entrapment.
As I said, this should be instantly thrown out of court.
Like, no, and like, no, he didn't tell anyone around him either. So none of them were like, "Wow, that's not a good idea."
Well, at least we get to finally see the final death throes of Ethan's career. That'll be fun.
I don't think he's going anywhere.
I don't think anybody's gonna give him any respect after this. This is some
it matters.
some
he's a fucking
scum shit to do.
Chi channel. It doesn't matter. None of this matters to Chi channels.
True.
They love this. This is just more of what they want.
Can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah base. I mean, listen.
Now for the fun part. Let's take a look at the complaints, and let's start with my favorite of the three, the very own, the prestigious, the highly acclaimed, the highly analytical Caseytron.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. So we're going to watch it.
Well, that's a really dumb thing to say, don't you think? Why are you so comfortable? We've given each complaint a clever little title, and here's Caseytron's. She smoked more than she spoke. Caseytron smokes 42 times during her reaction. And just as a silly thought experiment, we thought, wouldn't it be funny?
God. Damn. Calm down. Holy shit.
Counted.
He didn't even stopwatch the fucking bathroom breaks. This guy is, you know those little clickers that the teachers have at Little Aths? The fucking, all the kids coming in and the click for the attendance? That's him. There's one. There's another one.
My fifth grade teacher had this thing. I don't know if it was actually called, but it might have been marketed and called the Yacker Tracker, and it was a stoplight, right? And if the noise level in the room got too loud, it would go off, and then that would be like time off recess. Like, so like we would be talking, and it would turn yellow because it would start detecting, and everyone would go "oh" and get real quiet. But the thing is that you can adjust it, like the decibels on it. So I just fucking adjust that shit constantly. And then she'd go over and figure it out because we were being really loud and it wasn't changing.
That's great.
She spent more time smoking than she did talking, and thinking there was no way that could be true. Well, we tallied them up, and lo and behold, there's 15 minutes, 40 seconds of commentary versus 18 minutes and 55 seconds of smoking. She spent 3 minutes and 15 seconds longer smoking than she did talking in her quote-unquote reaction. And
what would you call transformative?
Do you think there is an Excel spreadsheet that exists regarding this case? Where they, actually like timed it out and stuff?
Actually, no. I think Ethan did this all on his own. I think he's been an obsessive little
I think
fuckwit.
he did that too. This is what he calls research.
This is him spiraling, is what it is. I'll say it again. I've said it many times before. He should quit.
And whatever talking she did was just to express how confused she was, presumably from smoking 42 times.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow. I've lost the plot.
The complaint continues. Indeed, Casey Tron is often too obliterated to comment on the nuke, and instead stares blankly at her computer screen. In a span of 2 hours and 7 minutes, Casey Tron smokes.
This is literally a meme lawsuit. This is intended to get thrown out. He is literally just trolling.
Separate occasions. At one point, Casey Tron is so wasted that she states, quote, "What is happening? I'm trying to follow,
they have the
but
time
I've lost
codes.
the plot." To give you an idea, the majority of her commentary comes down to this.
I don't understand this bit that he's doing.
He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
CPM's coming out of Qatar.
What the hell
you
is
kids love
going
anime, right?
He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow. I've lost the plot.
Bro, you see the counter?
Yeah.
He edited this.
They do musicals. They're very musical people. Are you being serious? Dog, what do you... Look! You think I made this? This isn't a music video, Hassan.
And as dumb as all of that is, this is the part that really got her sued.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. Without necessarily supporting
Yeah, we heard it the first time.
Ethan Klein. So we're gonna watch it. What the fuck is going on here?
Stating outright that her intention of doing this is so that people who don't want to support me can watch it through her is why copyright infringement laws exist. You could not, you should not do that, especially if your commentary consists of you taking bong loads. At least try to engage with the content.
Do you think that...
Oh, sorry. That was a flying star. It
Specifically...
almost got me. You know her and you love her, guys.
Copywriting a video just so you know that a bunch of people you don't like will watch it and then sue them is kind of Jew behavior.
I will not comment. You can deal with that one.
Jew.
Hey, by the way, you guys like Prime?
No.
No.
I think there's someone hanging it over there.
Neither do I. Prime is dog shit.
Look at this face right here.
Am I gonna get sued by old mate for having a Prime bottle that's not a Prime bottle? Definitely. Maybe.
Did you buy it like that?
I'm not gonna say anything. There's also Gatorade bottles. It's glass too. Neat.
Frogan. Reaction by exiting. Here she is getting up.
I only got it because having a bomb that's a Prime bottle is kind of funny.
To leave the video running as she steps out of the room. Is that transformative? I guess the judge will decide. She said, quote, "It's time to watch the new nuke ethically. Hell yeah." Huh. Very smart to say on camera, by the way. She said, quote, "Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support. And thank you for watching it with me." Well, you are so welcome, and I'm so glad that you were able to enjoy that day. Her commentary is so non-existent that even her own fans begin to call her out.
I don't have anything to say? Dude, because he's cycling the same fucking points over and over again. What more commentary do you need on him repeating the same fucking points for the whole hour,
he does do that.
hour and 30?
Hey, she makes a good point. And
he does.
That would probably be...
He's already been making the same point multiple times in this video. He's even played the same things multiple times.
Yes, he has. You know what would be funny is if instead of watching the whole video, they downloaded the video, edited it, cut out all the repeated points and just reacted to the points. And then he does this, and then they can go back and say, well, we cut out all the doubled up points, so it was transformative, and we're suing you. Fuck you. That would be funny. But these people are not that smart.
Hour, 1 minute and 32 seconds. It's been the same shit over and over again. This video could have been condensed into 20 fucking minutes. Like,
Sure.
what commentary do you want me to add by like, oh, this guy's a fucking idiot, he's mentally ill, and he's having a mental breakdown and uploaded it to fucking YouTube? Are you gonna make at least one good point? What do you want me to make a point on?
Oh, I forgot. She also said, "Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing." You may use the bathroom, Frogan, although I don't advise it.
Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
Oh, that was in the content nuke, not Hassan Piker.
Apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
What happens?
Well, you just pause it. That's it. You just pause the video, right? Like, you get up and you go to the bathroom, you just pause.
No, I don't agree. I think this is going to get thrown out. Like, it's going to get thrown out. There's no way that this is going to pass, and there isn't going to be a lawyer who will do this pro bono to make sure that copyright is protected. Because this, whether Ethan's doing this as a joke or not, this is incredibly dangerous to nearly everybody on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, incredibly dangerous.
Pause it. They should be watching for you. But if you get up to go to the bathroom and they keep...
And wasn't Ethan sued for copyright infringement previously?
Yeah.
That was like a whole thing?
But
interesting.
But he did an edited video. This is...
Of course, it's different. It's different now that it's happening to him, of course. Oh, look at... They can't bomb the hospitals.
Watching my video, they're clearly not watching for you, right?
Look at them, they bombed the hospital. That's not right. Look at this moral outrage.
As lazy and pathetic as her reaction is, this is not why she's getting sued. This is.
Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support. And thank you for watching it with me. First time viewer, time to watch the nuke ethically? Hell yeah. I found my way from Reddit. Hi guys, welcome Reddit people. Reddit people, Reddit people. I came from the
the double agents!
Pathetic while Hassan is in Japan. I'm
Here they come!
Exactly. We're gonna watch it live, yes. He doesn't want people to know when it's dropping because we're all watching through other streamers. And I suggest you all watch it through other people as well.
It's the stated malicious intent to steal. They talk about watching ethically, but I learned not to steal when I was 5. Up next is iDubbbz. And honestly...
I am fucking hilarious.
Just take a look at this, guys. It's a nightmare on Denham Street.
Oh my God.
Not only did she chair
That's
react,
in the
but she was
lawsuit,
kind
bro.
enough to write her name right at the top, just so
They
that we
literally
knew
put
that
that
she was
in the
stealing my
suit.
content, and it was her room and nobody else's. Judge, did you know that we're on Denham Street right now? Here's some quotes from Denham's. "We're relying on you to stay live so we don't have to give the
this
nuke
is
views."
not real.
Yeah, I'm going to
This
stream
can't
it
be real.
since he's confirmed it's coming out today. I'm going to stream it. That is very explicit. Denham said, quote, "Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible
He's
video,
gotta, like,
give me a
after
follow,
this gotta be like,
subscribe,
yeah,
throw
you
a
thought I was
prime
actually
if you
gonna
like
sue
my
people?
content." Your content,
It was a
the Queen
joke.
self-own included
It's
a
a fucking
countdown
bit.
timer, so we could tell exactly how long she was away. After being gone for a few minutes, she returns and then sits silently for another couple of minutes eating.
I'm gonna go pee, and hopefully, when I'm back, they're done with this.
Do you think Ethan gives his staff bathroom breaks? Or do you think he times them with a stopwatch?
Oh, I mean, you literally see it live. So that's what's funny. So they had this whole bit. Like, they do a bit where, like, Ethan gets mad at, like fan favorite staffers and stuff.
Okay.
And it,
It's like the AB person?
Yeah, stuff like that. And so, like, I'll see stuff posted, and it's like, how do you not tell that that's a fucking joke?
Yeah,
you know? And like this is like this is very hard for me to actually see if this is like this like he's got to be doing this as a bit, right? It's like a double down long term bit. Like he knows it's gonna get thrown out, but it's gonna fucking be a pain in the ass for these three people. Like he's literally just being a little spiteful bitch. But
I mean,
like,
he's
trying
doing
to
the rich asshole thing of trying to just fuck with people because he can.
Yeah.
Great. What a great person. I'm sure that all the socialists and shit on Hassan and these people's side are going to see him very favorably after this, using lawfare to try and
Well, it's just funny
attack
because
people.
like
Pretty
they
cool.
try to like frame it like he's like really bad to his employees and stuff, but like they literally basically have a union there. You know, like they will be like, "Hey, can we get Memorial Day off?" And they'll ask live, so Ethan will always say yes.
David, this is the thing though, right? They're streamers. He set it up knowing they are streamers who stream videos, right? If I'm a lawyer and that came to me as a case, regardless, I'm gonna take that less seriously. Like, clearly there's malice in the courtroom using, like, I'm pretty sure that judges do not like their courtrooms being weaponized. And this is Ethan weaponizing the courtroom against people that he doesn't like.
That's all lawsuits are. Come on.
An argument can be made, yes, but I'm talking about, like, this kind of directed lawfare kind of thing.
Yeah.
You do look better.
Mr. 305. I see it.
Dude, you should do this.
I have an alternate.
We're relying on you to stay live so we don't give more views on the nuke. Yeah, I'm gonna stream it. Since he confirmed it's coming out today, we're gonna stream it. If you want to watch it with someone else who's already watching it, you know, come enjoy the watch party somewhere else. If you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here.
Prime?
Because I'm gonna be honest, I did not want to watch that by myself.
Let me also commercialize it by asking you to reward me.
Yes, they are streamers, Ethan.
I made content that's perfect for streamers to react to, just so I could bait them and then sue them in the court.
Okay.
But only the streamers that I specifically don't like, who specifically had
pathetic.
malice intent to say that they were ethically watching my video, and we know that they're connected to the Reddit group because we have the double agent.
It's just... none of this matters. People are literally being bombed. Like... shut the fuck up. Go to a gym, put some gloves on, and fucking fight it out. Jesus fucking Christ. Literally, all four of them against Ethan. Fight the fucking thing out. Shut the fuck up. Nobody cares. Deal with it offline, you fuckheads.
Me financially for stealing his content. That is like chef kiss. By the
He looks great, by the way. like all things considered, he's looking very healthy.
way, Denims had a very successful stream. She had 43,000 people
Jesus
watching her
Christ.
live. Take a look at the title of her Twitch stream. Ethan Klein Hassan Content Nuke Watch Party. A watch party? I don't think that's fair use. Now, Denims,
literally
of course,
is.
always delivering the goods. She went on.
Watch party specifically.
I mean, calling it a watch party doesn't matter.
It does.
But it doesn't. If you're reacting to it, it's still your job.
No, I'm dead serious. When it comes to the law, yes. I'll explain in a second.
Hold on. Occupation doesn't really change the infringement claims.
He might go over it in this, but specifically in the law, the judge made a clarification and about the transformative content, and she specifically wrote, like, some reaction content is more like watch parties, and, like, that's not okay. So, because it specifically says watch party,
Yeah, okay.
there's a precedent actually there in the copyright law.
Okay, well that is very different. So also to this, the occupation, I would hesitate to say that in this case, because their job is streaming, the video, unless it's specifically an isolated stream just for this, and not just changing the title like we do through our stream, right? It's stopped the stream, restarted the stream, ends the stream when they're done with the content nuke. It's a part of their entire day's work. It's transformative. You can't isolate one section of it and be like, oh, well, I'm just isolating this section because this section is the only part that fits my narrative. Right? If we're talking about it and we're talking about transformative in nature, putting it in a stream and having, like, when we're watching a video and we pause it for 40 minutes to talk about random shit that has nothing to do with it, that counts as transformative. It might have nothing to do with the fucking video, and ultimately we end up watching the video and saying nothing about the video. It's still transformative. We're watching the video, we're having discussions around it, we're talking about it further. Before, during, and after. No matter what, that time
also,
during stream is transformative.
I'm also kind of like a real, like, when we're actually doing the produced show, when I'm streaming by myself, a lot of times I'm just, like, listening to the news, because that's what I'd be doing anyway. Because,
yes.
like, most of my time takes up researching stuff anyway. So if I can do some of that on stream, hey, why not? But the actual, like, streams that we do, like, I get real, like, you know, like that, because I fucking come from a fucking actual, like, professional background, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I do have, like, it's the stopwatch mentality, right? Like, I fucking, like, I would, like, the fucking airspace, you know, used to cost money to broadcast to. It's free now.
Yes, it is.
And,
mostly,
like,
yeah.
The entire live stream section, I don't watch Twitch, but I do Twitch streams, right?
Yes.
But, like, there's an
I'm the same.
entire fucking section of people that only watch live streams.
Yes, exactly. And they're not going to watch those YouTube videos anyway. So, like, and I don't think that comparing this to movies is at all similar.
Yeah,
because
it's
even
like Napster. Napster, like, sure, the public liked Napster existing. But nowadays, like, what is Napster actually, like, the issue was that they didn't have a fucking profit motive in there, you know? Like, now you can listen to any song you want. The issue now is, like, music is the most protected, so you couldn't have music play while you walked away from your computer.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what we were saying before.
It really does come back to the fucking, like, the music and the traditional media industry is the reason why so much, like, we wouldn't have chair content if there was less fucking copyright restrictions and they could fucking put up a fucking Spotify playlist in the fucking stream and not have to worry about fucking having their entire account fucking blanked out by the company.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, even then, right, even no matter, like, it should be, regardless of what music platform you're with, it should be integratable into Twitch. So
like, we already have to worry so much about, like, how anti-creator the platforms are. Now we have to worry about Ethan Klein too.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? And then on top of that, if this goes through actually into an actual full lawsuit, then we have the precedent of Ethan Klein's fucking
really
dumb
wants
shit.
To take down Twitch. He has a vendetta against Twitch as a platform itself.
Yeah. And, like, that should also be taken into account with this lawsuit too, and taken into account because he's trying to set precedent in any way possible, doing entrapment shit to do so. Like, this is, as I said, incredibly dangerous for everybody on the internet. Like, this is worse than people realize. Like, this is so bad. And yes, it comes back to music, as you said. And realistically, like, if I could play a video game, right, and during that video game I can play music at like 20% volume and have music in the background of a video game, that's great. That's amazing. That's how I play video games. Why shouldn't I be able to do that? I'm not only
The
using
thing
the
is-
music and the game on my own content to do it transformatively. Like the
The thing
music is just there as atmosphere. It shouldn't matter.
There's people who do make that type of content that's specifically made to be like public domain music, right? And there's a lot of it out there, but there's no real delivery system.
No. And that's why I say the integration into Twitch would be great. Like have Apple Music and Spotify integrate into Twitch and be able to use your Apple or Spotify playlists or music players inside your stream. That's great. Even if you have to pay a little bit more for it to account for the extra licensing. Who gives a shit? Make it $10 extra a month. Who cares? I'd pay $10 extra a month to be able to do that. What does it matter? Like, I don't understand. They get paid all the same. There's no problem. But it's these fucking it's the corporate, right? It's the music industry. It's the corporate music world that does this. It's Universal Music Group. It's not the artists. And I bet
love
you
the fucking
if
South Park Napster episode. Have you seen that shit?
I think I have, not for a while though. But like, if you, I bet you, if you went to an artist, like a musical artist, and said, and you knew them, or even if you didn't know them, but you had contact with them, and you were like, "Hey, can we play your music on the stream? We'll shout you out. You do whatever you want."
Well, I've been trying
I'm
to
sure
do
they
that,
wouldn't have a
but
problem.
You're so small that nobody fucking answers.
But like, also, then you've also got people like Anthony Fantano who do the music streams, and he does the needle drop streams on Twitch, playing the music. Like, I don't understand what Twitch's policies are. Like, can we play music? Can we not? Like, what the fuck is happening? And this is why the integration would be so much better. Like, it should be more consumer focused and user focused. User meaning the people generating the content too. I don't understand. Like, and then you've got fuckheads like Ethan who just want to kill it all.
Britney Spears' private jet. Notice anything? Britney used to have a Gulfstream 4. Now she's had to sell it and get a Gulfstream 3 because people like you chose to download her music for free. The Gulfstream 3 doesn't even have a remote control for its surround sound DVD system. Still think downloading music for free is no big deal?
We didn't.
Hilarious.
On this dude's podcast to debate fair use. And would you be surprised if I told you she said a lot of incriminating things in that podcast? The queen of self-own never disappoints.
I want to be clear on my opinion on like filler content and stuff. Like, I think filler content, like, you shouldn't do it. I know I do it as a React streamer, and I try to do it only when I do it with like Vox videos or Vice videos and stuff like that, because at least I'm not like directly ripping from one content creator and not like a whole team and stuff. And most of those videos.
Here's a better idea. Use CNN and Fox News and shit. Like, just use the news. It's the easiest way to do it.
Let that be our thing.
Videos have like 5 million views. I only get like 500 viewers. I'm taking maybe 50 views from the video. It's a lot harder to feel like, I guess, bad about that. Whereas like I would feel very bad about doing that to like a single content creator. The majority of people say that they literally wouldn't watch Hell's Kitchen unless I was streaming. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm reacting hard enough. You know, I'm sure if you click on a
Yeah, well, that being said, again, like exactly as we were saying, how is it stealing content when these people would never have watched that in the first place?
Yeah, like the movies that we were doing.
Yeah, some of them.
Maybe Speed Racer would be something you would have watched on your own.
Definitely, I definitely would have watched Speed Racer. I have watched Speed Racer.
The rest of that shit, Old Boy,
maybe Paprika and those ones I would have watched eventually.
13 Assassins.
No
you
way.
would never fucking watch that movie. And that
Kung
movie
Pao,
kicks
never
ass.
would have watched it.
Well, that movie's dog shit.
Well, it's fine.
It's a kid's movie.
I screen recorded "That's a lot of nuts" because I needed it to reply to somebody. It was fucking perfect. But like, no, none of those. I'm just trying to think of the movies. I never watched Frankenstein.
And that's the stuff we could watch on this stream.
And like,
I
don't know, all the older movies. I never would have watched the older movies, all of that stuff. Like most of them.
I just think that it's like, I'm just like, I don't know. I just think that it's just so commercialized, and like, I don't understand why as an industry we can't regulate ourselves. Like there's, like the FCC exists, but the standards and practices of news and what's okay to put on the news, it's not regulated by any government. They don't, like, the news goes past what the bare minimum of the FCC demand is.
Yes. And
they like specifically have their own standard and practice, you know? And like late night, right? You won't see late night going too far out of a certain standard and practice formula. It's very self-regulated industry. Right?
Yes. It's like a it's a style guide.
And like South Park, there is shit that can like push the envelope and stuff, but I'm just saying, like, I generally don't think getting laws on the book to fucking regulate an industry that you work in is necessarily a good thing. If you look at some of the stuff with like tattoos, a lot of the people who if people like make it so like they mandate that the government, because they want like cleaner tattoo shops and shit, right?
Yes.
So guess who fucking has to be the person who inspects and regulates the shops in the U.S. government?
I assume that they outsource it.
It's a government agency.
For tattooing? It would be the FDA.
Yeah, the food regulation industry.
I
they
nailed
don't know
it.
anything about medical shit.
I fucking nailed it.
They don't know anything about sharks disposal. You know what I'm saying?
How good is my knowledge of the US that I was able to nail that?
On that shit is so stupid. But then you have guys like Dustin, right? Dustin is a phenomenal piercer. Like it's hard to describe how good of a piercer Dustin actually is. He almost does everything toolless, just the needle and the jewelry.
Yeah. So you showed me videos that you can't show on stream.
Incredibly skilled, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is that's high-end piercing industry is self-regulated.
Yeah.
Like you cannot even get implant grade materials if you're not like inside with the industry. It's like it's almost like a union itself, almost. The entire industry has set these standards at the top.
Yeah. It's good. It's the way it should be. Like, you shouldn't need the fucking government to come down on you. Like, the fact that industry needs the government to come down on it is just to show that the people in that industry are pieces of shit. Yeah, exactly.
Right now, you know, they're trying to fucking BlackRock and shit. They're buying the federal land out west so they can fucking put more AI servers out there.
Arizona, right? Arizona?
They're building more AI servers.
Ridiculous. The laws already exist. That's why. That's what kind of what means money. Sure, it's fucking stupid. Is our point? It literally hurts people who create even original content. It hurts because there's shit that people could just like, oh, I'm going to copyright that, and you touch that, fuck you. I'm going to sue.
And like we're already battling the platforms as creators. Like the platforms are anti-creator.
Like it's called YouTube, but you can't get in contact with anyone to appeal anything on your account. How the fuck is that supposed to work? And then Twitch, good luck trying to contact somebody at Twitch. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, unless you have hundreds of thousands of views or you're bringing money in for the platforms, they don't give a fuck about you, right? So we got hit on YouTube for It was a channel strike, but it wasn't a copyright infringement, I don't think.
No, it
but
was
we
like
have
a
had
violation.
Yeah, like,
It
but
was
we
a
have
TOS violation.
Yes, yeah. And then we've also had copyright stuff that we shouldn't have had hit, but because people manipulate and abuse the system on YouTube, we had to cut shit out of our video or cut the whole video out entirely because of like 30 seconds. 30 seconds claimed by like CBN, those fucking crazy fucking religious cunts. Like, for example, a news outlet. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, we shouldn't have to fight the platforms. There should be an easier way. Think about how YouTube was before, right? You could react under a video with your own fucking video.
You could just upload your own video.
Like, it was way fucking better.
The system was so goated, bro.
It was so good. And then on top of that, like, imagine if you could just respond to somebody's video, or you could message them in a way that it's like a collaboration request or a react request or some kind of shit like that, where you send a request and you say, hey, I'm going to watch this video. Can I have your official permission? I'm going to do it anyway, but I'd like to ask you. Just to have that request there, right? To be like, I asked,
Also,
they didn't
like,
respond. It's a courtesy
What's
thing.
What's really silly is that if your channel is live on YouTube, right? Then you go to watch YouTube videos while your channel is live, and YouTube still wants to put advertisements there.
Yes. Isn't that cool?
Like, if I'm already live streaming, why can't you just integrate to know that my account is live streaming something that's already on your platform? You should be able to recognize your own platform and be able to have better integration between stuff like that. If you want to fucking actually compete with Twitch, you would need fucking integration, and like Instagram has it with the collab system. Works fucking phenomenal for what Instagram is. But YouTube fucking hates everyone.
Yes.
YouTube only wants fucking AI slop and child content. They don't actually fucking care about any creative medium. And that's the issue. Is that, like, you know, like, sure, there was definitely slop on TV. Like, History Channel really devolved and shit.
Yeah.
But, like, bro, it's a fucking, let me tell you, it's a full-time job.
Producing slop.
Working in television.
So yeah,
like,
producing slop.
You have to know the fucking exact time shit hits because of advertising breaks and stuff.
Yeah, true.
And guess what? When something is, like, wrong or fucks up, I can call the guy I literally handed a cassette tape to. Oh, because you have to, like, literally, because it's quicker than using the postal service, get in a car and drive tapes to a different fucking studio who's going to broadcast stuff. You know, like, so, like, I did, like, for an internship in college, I filmed the mass for the shut-ins that goes on TV, right? So I would have to fucking go give that fucking tape to all the fucking broadcast antennas. Because these people can't afford to fucking use the mail service. It's a fucking, you know, it's like the Catholic diocese.
Yeah. I mean, that's actually a really good, that's a really interesting point. Because, like, it shouldn't be that easy.
At most, like, literally, I've been on sets, and literally the guy came in and was doing coke, and he gave me a card, and he's like the comp, you know, like, he's a federally elected, like, person who worked on, like, the, like,
amazing
arts platform, and like was like, yeah, you need anything in the town. Basically, he was like, to promote art, you know, like, that was his thing. So he would set you up with fucking city resources, and he was offering me lines of coke when I first met him.
Great. That's epic.
You know what I'm saying? And now that it's all fucking corporate and online, like, that's exactly what I fucking hated. And, like, I want to fucking make something. Like, you look at Jake Hannaran trying to fucking make an independent fucking show. like Vice doesn't still fucking make revenue on YouTube.
Yeah,
like,
I was
don't
literally
want
about to bring
more
him
Vice.
Up. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Like the away days stuff. I messaged him on fucking Twitter. I'm like, hey, did you get in contact with them? Not even fucking Jake Hanrahan was able to get in contact with them. Are you fucking kidding me? How the fuck are we supposed to use this
just
fucking
like
platform?
unheard of in the start of my career. I could literally get the guy in government on the phone if I needed to.
Wild. Like, why the
same
fuck
guy?
is it this
if I
hard?
needed coke, you know, which I would never. I never did. I was never into coke. But if I was to buy coke, this is the same guy. Whether it was getting, you know, resources that I need for fucking, you know, broadcasting or whatever.
Or nose beers.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. Yes, it literally no. It's not deliberate. That's I need people to understand this. It's not deliberate. It's greed. It's fucking capitalism. It's literally, this is just how it works, right? You've got like 5 companies which own everything. Everything. Twitch and YouTube are Amazon and Google. Where do we go? Kick? It's full of fucking psychos. Rumble? It's full of fascists. Where the fuck are we gonna go? Vimeo? Who gives a shit? Like, what the fuck? What is happening here? Like, it's insane that this is even an issue that needs to be dealt with. Like, the fact that we need to tread around fucking algorithms for people to even see our shit is insane. Like, we are talking about incredibly important incredibly important information that nobody's seen. We have 2 episodes on the Ethiopian genocide that have a total of 120 views together. Like, what the fuck? Nobody, it doesn't get given to anybody, right? We have an episode with the girl who got dumped by the army for that woke army ad, talking about sexual harassment and assault prevention in the army. Least views we've ever gotten on a video. It's fucking crazy.
People claim to really care about that shit.
Yeah, and people care, do they? Great. Okay. Like, what? And this isn't me like, oh, we should have more views. This is just like, these are topics that should be in the mainstream that are suppressed by algorithms because they'd rather
produce more slop.
Fucking
more Joe
Mr.
Rogan.
Beast feeding the homeless for clout. Are you fucking kidding? That's what's on YouTube? That's what's on the fucking homepage? No wonder the world's fucked. Nobody knows anything, and they're able to be manipulated and led by a rope just by design. And nobody cares. Everybody's just happy to subsist. I just want to roof over my head.
Fun, la la la.
I'll be happy. I'm got a roof over my head and food in my belly. I'm happy.
A random part of the
TikTok
video, I
is
might
for
not be
fun.
saying anything, sure, whatever, and I might walk away from the screen. But it's about like the communal thing. It's why like fucking Toast started streaming Death Note. It's not about the actual show at a certain point. It's the same reason you watch shows with your friends. You want to watch it with other people. A lot of people go to watch streamers on Twitch for their React content almost as a curator. So they don't actually want to go through YouTube themselves and watch a bunch of videos, and they probably never will go through YouTube and click a bunch of videos. They like going to Twitch because they like to have it as like this.
It's a parasocial thing. They want that community.
Well, no, the video curation.
Oh yeah, that too.
That's what she's saying.
Another reason why you should come to us. Our fucking algorithm is fucking perfect.
Streamer is curating fun content.
I watched
watch.
Richie Medhurst earlier, and it was a surprisingly good video from him.
Are specifically there to.
Interesting. Yeah, you've actually nailed it. That it's exactly what it is. Yeah, like we can put it out all we want, but until people actually start to care, like all the people all the people with I hate seeing it because
Well, that's the thing. Is like
don't know what they're
Facebook
talking
allowed
about,
you
right?
to go back to the old algorithm because people wanted it, and nobody used it.
Great.
You know.
Great. Love that.
People want
fucking
it
perfect.
curated as well.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, well, no, I don't see anything." Well, that's the fucking point.
That's the thing. Is that humans are just fucking apes, bro. They're just fucking monkeys. Okay? And bro, this is just what's gonna fucking happen. Slop.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, you know how many people just watch like the reality show Slop still?
Tons. Oh yes, my point. The
bro, look at
the people. Hold on. The people with the Palestinian flags that also have the Sudanese and the Congolese flags, right? These people specifically are these type of people who claim that they care, but really they don't, right? And it's because every fucking time, every goddamn time I question somebody who's saying some shit or they're calling me a Zionist because I actually have correct, nuanced opinions about the conflict, I ask them, hey, those flags in your bio, what's happening? And to this day, not a single fucking person has been able to tell me what is going on in Sudan or the Congo.
Bro, you see this monkey?
He drooling. Oh, it's a nail. Good one, dickhead.
But you see how close it is? That's what
Very
I wanted
close.
You know, like, this is us. We're really hardly any different than this. Do you know about...
At a jump. Despite being totally wild, somehow she has worked out what to do with it.
That's great!
Like us, orangutans have an opposable thumb that allows them to grasp and handle objects. She's so smart, she uses her feet as a vice to steady the branch. Filming a wild-born and free-living orangutan mastering this complex task is remarkable.
That's great.
Did
But
you
now,
see I
she's-
turned it over and it was still holding it with its other foot?
Yeah. I'm done with this
Free-living
now.
orangutan mastering
But
this
watch, it
complex
keeps it
task is
with this
remarkable.
foot. See, it's still holding it on the other end there.
Yeah.
But now,
gently
she's not
set
the
it
only
down.
orangutan sawing. Spy orangutan has joined her.
They don't look real. This isn't real. This is unreality. Orangutans don't exist.
Okay, so do you know about the legend that orangutans can actually talk?
I am vaguely aware of this, yes.
Okay. Local Indonesian mythology has it that orangutans actually have the ability to speak, but choose not to, fearing they would be forced to work if they were ever caught.
That's great.
Isn't that fucking awesome?
That is awesome. It's like they just a secret language nobody's ever heard.
I'm just saying.
That's
like,
great.
I expect about the same from people than I do the orangutan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As in not
It
much.
is a great
I
playing
can go, wow,
Minecraft.
look, it can saw. It almost knows how to hammer. That's about how I feel about people, too. I really don't think we're that far off.
To watch it so they don't have to.
Bigger hammers.
scroll through YouTube and find a video they like. If someone watches content, I already said this, if someone watches content on someone else's stream, there is a very low likelihood that they're going to go watch it separately and give you like the view or the like. Or the people who are watching content on Twitch, curated Twitch content on Twitch, aren't necessarily people that would be watching content on YouTube.
The way Twitch evolved,
that, my friend,
like,
is
it shaped how live stream culture works. You fucking taking YouTube bullshit and trying to bring it to a platform that isn't the same platform. It's like fucking going. It's like just because it's web, fuck off, fuck yourself. It's like fucking taking the radio standards to television. No, get fucked.
Yeah, there needs to be different standards. It's a different medium. You're 100% correct. Like, it's absurd to even suggest something like that.
And now there's the whole like AI shit, right? Where they're trying to fucking
no regulation.
Not pay actors.
No regulation for 10 years. Fucking great.
I say Ron Perlman just decides we elect him to be chairman of all media, and he can fucking decide what everything that happens.
He's like super like aggro towards these companies, right?
If I you know what, I got a great documentary idea.
Okay, write it down.
Here's what we're gonna do. The documentary is going to be an experiment on whether you can get in contact from somebody from YouTube first, or I can get in contact with Ron Perlman first.
Okay, let's do it. That's actually funny. We should actually do that. Yeah, truly describing in video form how dog shit YouTube is. I don't think it would be that hard to track down and get into contact with Ron Perlman, honestly. Like, I really don't. I reckon you could do it in a week.
I just think it's got to be easier than getting someone accountable for YouTube on the line.
For sure. There's no fucking way. Like, none of your emails are being read by human eyes. I refuse to believe it. Like, there is zero human capacity at YouTube, I swear to God. It's just the CEO, and that's it.
Theft. And now I'm suing you. This is just a testimony to how brazen and how safe they've, gotten. That she thinks she can go out in public on video and say shit like, I'm stealing this content because I want to. I'm coping even though I know it's stealing. When people watch it with me, they're definitely not going to go watch the original. Like, you are way too
like, I'm watching it on the restream, and it's not too bad.
It'll improve in a second.
Comfortable committing crimes out in the open. Well, there you have it. 3 separate lawsuits for 3 separate geniuses. Now, I want to make it clear again, and I hope it's been obvious about why I'm suing these 3 people and not others. These people not only violated all of the principles of fair use.
Because I don't like them.
They also did it maliciously. And that's the
part
hurt
that
my
really feelings.
I think if you're a reactor on Twitch, for the most part, if you make a good faith effort to comment, and if you make a good faith effort to promote the author, to link to them, to try to drive traffic to the original video, I think you're probably pretty much doing the right thing.
I don't think that's a requirement.
And I would never sue someone for that. Take it to these
when
3
we're watching Fox News, nobody's
morons to state
and watching Fox News without us. You know what I'm saying? Again,
yeah.
Like, no, you do not have to fucking like to say the product we don't offer is transformative and unique, even though we don't drive 2 original creators. Like, it shouldn't matter.
No, it shouldn't. It really shouldn't.
You know how we know that these people wouldn't watch some of the shit we put on? Is that
yeah.
Every day we'll put something on and somebody in chat will go, "Oh God, no, please, not this person."
It's true. It's so true. Like, it's the amount of times, and most of the time we'll make them sit there.
And me and you as well. Like,
yes, yeah.
I watch a lot of Asmongold because him trying to figure out foreign policy is endlessly funny to me.
Yeah, like we don't. But also, I wouldn't necessarily watch Ethan's content
also,
to
like-
say don't watch Ethan's content, but I would say don't watch Ethan's content.
We will
I would
also
also
do
say,
stuff where I'll be
don't
like,
watch
go
Denham's and
dislike
Brogan.
this video. Stuff like that.
That's brigading. That's a
No,
different
I
thing.
tell you to do it.
Oh, on the actual
and,
video,
like,
yeah,
stuff
I'll
like
dislike
that.
the video.
And then, like, a lot of times we'll do, like, the whole, like, we'll dive into channels and explore channels and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, like the Black Nazi.
Or Breakthrough News, or Dr. Ulala. Bro, I was
Yes.
watching, this guy from Israel came on to talk, and I swear to God, Ulala in a fucking,
Oh my
latex
God.
mask. Really, really nice latex
God.
fucking CIA spy mask.
Has he got the classic Israeli accent?
No, he sounds like Ulala.
Oh my God. I was really hoping it was going to be the Israeli accent with his cadence, because I would have
It
lost
kind
it.
of is.
Oh my God. Yeah, the new people here watching have no fucking clue who we're talking about. Because, like, we've got 15 people watching,
Yeah.
and I don't know
But,
how
like,
many
also,
people are
like,
return viewers, but you guys probably have no idea who this
nobody who
Ulau guy
watches us
is.
would know who, like, Depressed Ginger is, you know?
Yeah, I don't believe many would. That's true. Or like the Aria girl as well. We have heaps of people. The Propeller Hat Boy. heaps of channels like that. What was the other one we found?
But
It was
that's
like
the thing,
fucking
is, like, Denham's
crazy.
is right here. Like the whole content curation thing is such a huge part of live streaming that Ethan just doesn't understand.
Yes, yeah. And it's wild because he's been streaming for so
But
long.
it's not-
Like when he still had
he's
the
making
purple
a-
couch room.
Like I said, he does a show. He does, like, a different type of product.
Mm.
Like, it might be live, but, like,
It's more of a radio show.
yeah, like, streaming is, like, the difference between, like, scripted and reality television.
Yes.
You know? Like,
Their intention.
Ethan's is more of, like, a Mythbusters thing. Where there's not really
Okay.
a script, but there also is. Like, you can tell that it's, like, you know, like, you can see the product behind Mythbusters because they're not trying to, like, deliver good acting and presentation and stuff.
Yeah. Although there was a
That's
natural
what the
chemistry
voiceover is there
between them.
for, you know?
Yeah, true. True. I never really
And,
thought
like,
about
so
it like
you'll
that.
see, like, another one that's so obvious how fake it is for a reality show that's funny. Well, Mythbusters is not
Mhm.
trying to be a real thing. Like, that's the point. Is like you can tell, like, it's almost
different product.
almost like the breach between traditional television and YouTube. Like, Mythbusters without the voiceover would be the perfect YouTube.
That's such
show.
a good. Yes, you're 100% correct. And there are people
Like,
who have
there's
done
the-
those. Look at Niall Red.
Well, I was gonna
Look
say,
at
there's those loud Australians who just
Mark
throw
Rober.
things through lawnmowers and shit.
Yes. Yes, the guys that drop
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, those guys. They're great.
You know, and, like, I watch
Um,
those videos because it's like, fuck it.
Yeah, they're fun.
And like, that's
They're
what I
fun
feel. It's
fucking
like it's
videos.
kind of the successor to that
We dropped an
Mythbuster
anvil from
type
60
content.
feet high. What'll happen when we drop an anvil from 100 feet? I wonder.
To steal my property on video. You know, and to all the detractors who are saying that I'm targeting women, that I'm a hypocrite for suing for copyright infringement, I just have this to say.
Deal with
I
it.
don't care. What I do hope, though, is that you'll support their
I don't care.
crowdfunding efforts to defend themselves. Because let's face it, I want to make sure there's money left over for me when I win my lawsuits. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a great time. I'll see you around.
Wow. What an ending. What an asshole.
You all from 29 Palms too?
Ugh. Enough of that. Alright. What are you doing now?
I'm seeing if I can find that Oolau thing. I think it was a Fox News compilation.
Okay.
Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, we got rid of Vance real quick. It's a Vance free zone here. Took some great pictures today. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Are you gonna keep streaming? What are you doing?
Right now, I'm finding Oolau, and then I'll decide what I'll do.
Fuck Stalin. Anti-commie.
Bro.
Then there. Revy, have a look at my new background. Better or worse?
Now, this is going to lead a little bit because it's a compilation, right? But I want the Oolau to surprise you, you know? I want to just ease it right in.
Okay.
Israel says that they have all of the abilities, their own military.
I'm not sure he said that, but they really have a very limited capacity. They can break through a little section, but they can't go down very deep. They don't have that capacity, and we'll have to see what happens. Maybe it won't be necessary. Maybe it won't be necessary.
Would you like to see Congress pass a bill that bans child transgender surgeries?
Well, I know they're talking about it, aren't they? Huh? We're going to have to see how it comes to me in what form. Certainly, it's been something I've been talking about also. Okay?
What?
Thank you, Mr. President. Appreciate it.
I'm going to bring in Danny Danon now, the ambassador who you just heard speaking at the UN earlier. We'll hopefully get Greg Palcott up in just a moment. Ambassador,
Oh my god, he looks like him too.
You're making
a lot of news all over the place.
Come on, bro.
What is your message?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Israel?
It's him.
Where we are waiting President Trump in this decision on how the United States will proceed within 2 weeks.
Oh my god. Hello, new person? I haven't seen this name before.
Israel for everything. And I asked him, how can you blame us? Look what you did in the last 2 decades, threatening the US and Israel and sowing chaos worldwide. So we will continue with our efforts.
And what did he say?
Well, basically just blamed us and he asked for support from the international community. He played victim. He said, you know, put your pressure on Israel, not on us. So that was hypocrisy of the UN.
Is it your sense that he's rallying support and military aid from China or Russia or any other
He
of our
expects the
adversaries?
international community to come to his support and to make sure that we stop all efforts. But we will not stop until we will know that we actually neutralize the threat.
Okay, you hear how he sounds kind of French? Oolau is Moroccan.
Interesting. You know who he looks more like?
Exactly.
Not exactly, but am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club?
That's all I could. That's all I could see.
What?
Just the top lip is so bird-like. He looks exactly
yeah,
like
that's
he
the prosthetic.
looks. He looks exactly.
Bro, they're covering up his Superman mustache.
Look at
Bro,
Dana Carvey
no, you
in
don't
this
understand.
fucking. In this
it's like the Justice League. They got a digital effect.
I'm telling you, he's look at
it's
his
a
head.
fake upper
Look at the
lip.
head. Look at his
That's
face.
why it looks weird.
Look at his head. It's the same.
It looks weird because it's a fake upper lip. It's him, bro.
Yeah, I think
it's the same guy.
We'll be doing another video about Ethan tomorrow
12 hours.
on the regular.
12
Yeah,
hours!
regular stream time. But we did get into a lot. If you did still want to watch it, we got into, because I'm pretty sure you came in here pretty late. We go over like how anti-consumer YouTube is, how Ethan is kind of like feeding this, but also like these people are also like. There was a lot of discussion there. Like it took an hour and 40 minutes to get through a 20-minute video, which is about on par for us. So, so
Well, if
yeah,
the Prime
there's
Minister
plenty to
sits
go and
down
watch.
with Donald Trump
Are you showing people? Are you showing people?
Hello, everyone, and
Great.
welcome to Geopolitical Trends, where truth matters. There is a question few people are asking, but that might define the future of West Africa and perhaps global resource politics writ large. And that question is, why is the West, led by the United States, still so deeply concerned about the Sahel region? The answer isn't just about terrorism or stability. It's about gold. And what's unfolding is a dramatic shift in power.
Show an older one.
Sovereign.
Show one with the three people and the backgrounds. No, you need people to understand this, right? You need the people.
That was like
I know.
Geopolitics in conflict show.
Me personally, I could not give a singular fuck about any of this shit. John is the reason. So I really don't care. So I guess you could call me
There's
neutral.
a saying that goes, respect is earned, honesty is appreciated, trust is gained, and loyalty is returned. Keep this in mind as we discuss today Indonesia and China recent meeting this weekend, and what does it mean for future geopolitics in Southeast Asia.
You need to go through the thumbnails.
My name is Dr. David Wallalu.
And my name is Dr. Ross
Stewart. And you are watching Geopolitics in Conflict.
The way the music doesn't fade in and it starts like on an end note. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a beep and then the music starts. Like he just missed the cut by a hair.
Geopolitics in Conflict.
There's so much to this channel. That's awesome.
This is like they're just talking by the fireplace to nobody.
Again, we'd like to thank you for your thoughtful comments. We really appreciate them.
Indeed, Ross. I couldn't thank enough our viewers and supporters for.
Okay. So I don't feel super against or for Ethan. Infringement case looks pretty strong. Okay, so my initial thought, and I'm not a lawyer or any of that shit, but like my initial thought is that you would have to prove damages, and if the people watching the content from these people already were never going to watch Ethan's video in the first place, and he knew this, and that's why he got it copywritten, I feel like that's reason enough to throw it out. You can see a deliberate line there. There was no revenue that was going to be lost. Nobody else, like it was targeted at these people for them to react to, about them, about Hassan, knowing that they were going to watch it, knowing that they were going to do this, and then proactively going around out of his way.
Bro.
For defamation?
The audio on this.
Maybe.
Right? We didn't change anything from the last video. You ready? Also, lighting, impeccable.
It's so good.
Listen to the audio.
Okay, so if that's only for defamation and they don't have to prove anything,
Commerce and honest friendship with all nations, entangling alliances.
is that full
Yeah.
volume?
Keep this in mind as we discuss
Amazing.
today.
We'll just wait, because the music will be the same volume it always is. I guarantee it.
Chinese companies from investing in the U.S. and how this will impact us in the long run. My name is Dr. David Waralu.
And my name is Dr. Ross Stewart.
And you are watching Geopolitics in Conflict.
Saying, here are 31
That's awesome.
countries- Here are 31 companies from China that know.
Okay. Okay. Well, still, right? Still, even with the intent, none of the people outside of the people who watched it were likely to watch it anyway.
Nobody is watching.
One, they're on Twitch.
Who spent time in Washington.
So today we're actually
so
focusing
one-
on the
pause it,
support
pause
that
it.
is happening.
So, like, one, they're on Twitch, not YouTube. Two, they're not watching Ethan's videos in the first place. Three, the only reason they were going to
I
watch...
figured out that Ulau comes in and starts rearranging the set. Like every video.
So
every
yes,
video
I remember, yes. It was always different. It was always different, yes. That's what I wanted them to see. That's what I wanted you to show. And also the thumbnails using the same screenshot, the same picture, just flipped. And they just flip it and change it. So, like, people that watch Denims and the people that watch Frogan and all of those people, they're never gonna watch Ethan's content in the first
And they're
place.
never
The
gonna
only
watch
reason they wanted
Dr.
to watch that
Ulau.
video...
We can steal Dr.
No,
Ulau
and, like-
Unlimited because of this. You wouldn't know who he is if it wasn't for me. I discovered him. This is my raw talent.
Right, so these people were never going to go and watch Ethan's video in the first place. So if you're trying to prove that it's in a copyright infringement, but he made the video on purpose for these people to watch, knowing that they weren't going to watch it in the first place,
Stephen
is it
Kinzer
really a
once
copyright
said,
infringement? Because
conflict with the United
no matter
States,
what the law
it's one of
says,
the overwhelming
I
facts
really
of
feel
Latin
like, and it could be completely irrelevant to the courts, right? But at the end of the day, the malicious intent to trap these people into a court case should be reason enough to throw it out of court, in my opinion. But like, yeah, so it's I agree with you on that, is that the statements of like, we're going to watch this so you don't have to, probably shouldn't have been said. But at the same time, you've also got to account for the fact that both of these people are in an active flame war with each other. Like, all of these people are in an active flame war to the point that they've called CPS on his kids. Like, you have to take that into account. So you've also got like, and again, this could be all completely irrelevant to the courts, but it would be silly to not bring this up as a lawyer, I feel. Now, if all of that, what I've just said, is taken into account, again, I just come to the conclusion that both parties here suck, and the court will just throw it out because fuck you all. Right? That should be the result, because this is petty, online bullshit that needs to stay there. It should not be put into law. And when I say precedent, it's not setting legal precedent, it's setting case precedent, which is arguably worse. Okay, we can go.
Listen to the mic on Ulau. Play.
Stephen Kinzer once said, conflict with the United States, it's one of the overwhelming facts of Latin American history. Keep this in mind as we discuss today China's expansion in Latin America. My name is Dr. David Waralu.
And my name is Dr. Ross Stewart.
And you are watching Geopolitics in Conflict.
Every time, him
Ooh.
talking to himself in the room
John.
for the intro.
Keep an eye out on Legal Eagle. Keep an eye out on that channel to look for a video on Ethan's lawsuit. Because I guarantee he'll make one if he's not in the current middle of making one right now. So if we pay attention to that, I'm very interested to see what a lawyer has to say about this. Because obviously this is me just speculating.
Robert.
I feel like it should be.
Background. They
But-
stuck with this one for a minute, it seems. You know, it's rare that you'll get a poll where it'll be the same background.
True. Hey, he's changed up his thumbnails. Are they still making videos on this channel?
Not really. 5 days ago, but it's gonna watch. The girl isn't. It's just gonna be him.
We have agreed to fully comply with the Geneva
Like,
Agreement.
what is this? Been fucking talking and streaming too long. My throat's fucking up now. Like, bro's got a whole edited video.
Okay.
Now. This is not what we want.
Worth
from you.
asking.
I love that this is out of focus, though. That's fucking amazing.
Studied law. Okay. Yeah, because this is not me commenting on the actual legal side of things. Like, obviously, legally, they're probably fucked, but it's just sort of that alone, like that precedent of having another creator
healthy competition
suing a streamer for reacting to their videos is precedent in case law that should not be set. That is my concern. That is my primary concern. That is my only concern. The rest of it, I don't give a shit. Like that if that happens, we might as well just stop making videos.
What do you think of the focus on this shot?
Looks like the focus is somewhere between the cup and the...
Ross,
I think it's on his MacBook is what's in focus specifically.
That's hysterical.
said healthy competition.
You hear that?
Is
He's saying Ross. This is Ross's quote.
good for global economy.
Now he puts
Keep
the
this in
quotes on the
mind
screen. Wow.
as we discuss today the surprising news about Mexico
look, they got media
wants to
plugs
join
now.
BRICS and how that's going to impact the global economic order. My name is Dr. David Waralu.
And my name is Dr. Ross Stewart.
And you
I
are
must say-
Still has no idea what his actual name.
Well, I must say, yeah, can you go back 1 second? I was looking at the subtitle. Go back just one click. There, the GPIC, the name of their show, dog shit.
GPIC.
The acronym, dog shit. Dog shit. Huh? Get on our level.
No, but it's also a terrible name. Geopolitics in Conflict Show. That's what Borat would name his show.
wants to join BRICS and how that's going to impact the global
It's the
economic
Borat
order.
show.
My name is Dr. David Waralu.
And my name is Dr. Ross Stewart.
And you are watching Geopolitics in Conflict. Our show.
My name is David
today
Stewart,
is
and
Bullshit! They got a Noble Gold sponsor
All right,
on
Ross,
this shit.
what's going on?
Well, I'll tell you, a whole lot's going on.
Well, by the way, your quote is right. You
Where
are
the fuck is
absolutely
our gold
correct.
sponsor,
A healthy
motherfuckers?
competition is good
Let
for
us
the
sell
global economy.
gold.
Actually, it's true.
Yeah, except that politicians in Washington looking at it differently.
While you're here,
They had to listen to
use
me.
our ground
I
news
know.
coast.
Well, today we're talking about Mexico and BRICS.
Wait, pause it.
Brazil, Mexico.
Also,
No.
because we never do it. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, do whatever, copy paste every other YouTuber says. Just imagine that I'm saying it in my Australian accent. Yeah, done. Subscribe.
You
Do
wanna
it.
see my
Do it
butthole?
now.
No,
Do it
BRICS,
right now.
Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South
That's a bad
Africa.
idea.
Thank you. I got it right now.
I kind of know
Go
by
watch.
now
Okay,
because I've
if
been
you're new
talking
and you
about
don't know who
BRICS,
we are,
it became
go to our Altec
drilled
playlist.
in my brain.
Go pick one of those
Mexico is
episodes. Go listen to it.
Really considering
Enjoy
joining
it.
BRICS.
And then
I
listen to
assume
the
that
rest
they'd
of
be
them.
invited in
Go.
if they really wanted to be there.
Go.
Because of a number of really important factors.
Keep the stream
You're
open,
absolutely
though.
correct, Russ. All the joking aside.
All the joking aside, my favorite is when Ross wants to do a list and he goes such as, and then he has to look at his notes and then look back up and then say his point for every single one. Like the dude.
Get ones with the girl.
Look, I'm just sorting by popular. It's not my fault she's not popular.
Nah, go to oldest and sort by oldest. That's how we did it last
I know,
time.
but I'm also looking at popular. Because I want to fucking I want it more random, you know?
We haven't looked at his channel for a hot minute.
It's always gold. If it's older than 3 years, it's a good video. And by good video, I mean the intro is funny.
Robert Kaplan once said, grand strategy is about marrying ends to means, about doing what you can, consistent with the nation's capabilities and resources. Keep this in mind as we discuss today what is at the core of the dispute, the border dispute that is between China and India. My name is Dr. David Walaloo.
And my name is Dr. Ross Stewart.
And you are watching Geopolitics in Conflict.
Pradesh? The fuck? What the fuck is happening?
There was a little bit of a fade.
Nobody talks about this.
Into the music.
Nobody.
Bro, I know
Nobody talks about this shit.
They would pick these crazy niche topics and then be wrong about them. It was so.
I know,
good.
it's fucking crazy. Who the fuck talks about this shit? Like, nobody talks about this. Who in the chat right now knows that China is currently waging imperialist conflict with India on the Himalayan border? Did you fucking know that? Not many people do.
Well, that was probably right when it happened.
Fucking crazy.
When the rebar incident happened.
Yes, and they caught POWs and shit.
Maria Bartiromo once said, oil is a very important component of economic growth. Keep this in mind as we discuss today with one of our guests, the importance of oil in fueling the global economy. My name is Dr. David Walaloo.
And my name is Elizabeth Ann Stewart.
And you are watching Geopolitics in Conflict.
See, like, those are the ones that get the views, is when he has people who actually know what they're talking about on. And then they're like, wow, I fucking crazy. I just had a whole Oh, here we go. Here's when she appears. This is one of my favorite videos.
Brought to you by
When they start forcing Ross off the show. Come on, Ross, let's go! Because he's got Alzheimer's and needs to look at his notes.
On geopolitical level.
You can tell that Ulala wrote Ross's notes for him.
Oh, those are very complicated issues.
He keeps looking at it and he can barely read
when
them.
It trickles down to
and you know he has like doctor's handwriting.
That creates a major anxiety that not every society is equipped to handle that kind of stuff.
Well, so let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about, how to be more resilient in a situation where there's a lot going on
music building.
A lot of it is
they're
very
really locking
scary.
in the production here.
A lot of it is very confronting. A lot of it is, these could
I
be.
fucking hate the girl so much.
Isn't she the Ross guy's daughter or something?
Yeah. But every response is she's just there to tell Ulo how fucking great and smart he is. It's so fake and it's so funny.
Yeah. It is very good. It is probably one of our best finds. I think the Black Nazi might be a pretty good one, pretty up
Ernest
there as well.
Hemingway once said, I try not to borrow. First, you borrow. Then you beg. Keep this in mind. As we discuss today, Russia and China's announcements of developing a global currency as a replacement for the US dollar. And what does it mean for the global geopolitical landscape? My name is Dr. David Walaloo.
And my name is Elizabeth Ann Stewart.
And you are
no
watching.
mic on the girl today. Epic. Good job, guys.
That production value. Amazing. Every fucking video there's something. It's amazing. It's truly amazing. Ridiculous channel.
Oh, they got Kim Iverson on. Wow. Pretty cool. Oh, she's got her serious hand under the chin pose for this one.
Yeah, that's one of their copy paste
Lionel Shriver
poses.
once said,
"Wow,
only a country." Lionel Shriver.
Can we not get like a fade in or anything like that? No spacing in the beginning, just immediately starting with.
Lionel Shriver once said, "Only a country that feels invulnerable can afford political turmoil as an entertainment." Keep this in mind as we discuss today the recent election of Giorgia Meloni and what it means for the future of Europe. My name is Dr. David Wararu.
Okay.
And my name is Elizabeth Ann Stewart.
And you are watching Geopolitics in
Okay.
Conflict.
Every time
Yeah.
that
Okay.
audio.
Awesome. Hold on. Okay.
They have
Is it
one mic
Hold
and
on.
they're pointing
Is it
it at
double audio
Ulal
feed?
here.
No. Is it double audio feed because they left the camera audio in? Or is it an echo and she's mic'd? So there's a boom mic for him and she's mic'd up.
I think there's one mic and it's pointed at Ulal.
Then why is he echoing and she isn't?
Huh? Why is he echoing?
Why is he
because
echoing,
the mic is
but
because
she
she's
isn't?
talking so much quieter, so he's balanced it to her voice to make it louder.
That's so funny.
Georgia, sono una donna,
This
sono
is
una
the
madre.
best speech. This is the best Georgia moment. They're playing your highlight reel.
Mm.
Sono italiana, sono cristiana.
Yes, we love fascist highlights.
In Europa sono un po' preoccupati
You must
dalla
be
Meloni.
Italian.
Che succederà?
For all
E che
else.
succederà? Che è finita la pacchia.
Giorgia Meloni, who's set to become Italy's first female
Speak
prime
Italian
minister,
to me,
the
mummy.
Democratic Party have already conceded.
I think warning the Italian party.
Let alone because
Pretty bad.
yeah, well, that's common sense. What's going on in Europe right
Yeah.
now? We're all aware of what's going on. Let alone what just happened 2 days ago with Nord Stream 1 and
Oh
Nord
my
Stream 2,
gosh.
which is
Absolute-
another
yes.
conversation for another day.
Huge conversation though.
So the idea of the election in itself, it's not about the far right and all this. Yeah, does it matter? Does it not?
That's the thing. Is that
It's not our
She's
issue.
only coming through the left.
The thing is that Ulal doesn't need the second person to commentate there, and she's just there to be like, oh yeah, like he figured that out, and that's why he's just doing it by himself. Is that he doesn't need anyone
Yeah.
else? You only need Ulal. But it's so much better when he tries to do it. It's so like the fact it's not the fact that he doesn't make an effort anymore is what makes his content
a little disappointing.
not funny. Because to
true.
put the effort in and then have it be wrong is just so much better.
Absolutely.
What we want
It
to
is
talk
very
about is the future of Europe.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
any direction starts with the first step.
Absolutely.
And in my opinion, the election of Giorgia Meloni is the first step.
Absolutely.
Because you're looking at other countries.
Do you remember what her background
Bulgaria.
is?
Yep.
Slovakia,
Yep.
Poland, Hungary,
Great. Yep.
even France
exactly.
and Germany themselves internally, which by the way...
I'm not hungry.
She's
Just
literally
FYI
just
for
going,
you to
yeah,
know.
you're so
Western
right,
media is now
David.
reporting the demonstrations that took place yesterday in Germany.
Do you know what her job background was before she did
Western
this?
media is also not discussing the fact that there is
I
a
counted.
conservative
No, no.
party in
It
Germany
was
that
literally
is gaining
like-
momentum in East Germany.
Like fucking like she was a fucking like sold like rocks to people and believed in rocks and stuff. She was like Marianne Williamson.
Oh, she was a
shit.
crystal girl.
She
That's
was like
great.
some type of like healer.
That's great. Good for her.
So the idea
Maybe
of
that's
thinking
what
in
she's
terms
back
of,
doing.
okay, now you have this election of this far right. Once again, we don't care about the far right.
Right.
But the idea of it like, Is this now an indication for how unhappy the population is? Because the amount of problems in Europe.
And the problems in Europe are substantial, and they're survival level problems, right? So we're looking at, you know, people being able to buy groceries, people being able to heat their homes.
Just reads
and
his
most
notes.
people are not used to that level of survival problem. And I think that this could have even been predicted a little bit further back.
Probably like the best person to have on the class project, because you could just have her present the work.
Yeah. It's probably not a bad pick.
The amount of class projects I've saved people from because, like, I would always do, like, a fucking video or something.
Yeah.
Like when we looked at a lot of the protests that were happening, especially over the summer and then over the last couple of years, a lot of the policies that have been made have really squeezed the European people to a point where they are looking at some survival level problems for a large portion of the population and a quality of life deterioration for everybody else.
Because the standard of living is going down.
Because the standard of living is going down.
He's not listening.
Well, actually,
He's
that's
just
why you
waiting
get
to
some
speak.
countries within the EU themselves. They are not in support of the sanctions against Russia because it's translating to their well-being.
Right.
And I'll give you a quick example. Serbia.
You know what? The Scott Ritter video.
Of course.
That's the best. That's one of the best ones too.
Oh my god. Yeah. Good god. It's fucking Scott Ritter.
Ashley's Stars and Stripes sale is going on now. Create your stylish summer sanctuary for less with Hot Buys now.
Well, I feel like it's almost like the history of how the U.S. and Europe treated Russia after the fall.
There's one where it's literally like Scott is clearly late, probably because he was caught up diddling a kid.
Yes, because he tried to stall at the start of it and started it and he wasn't there, so he had to like talk for 10 minutes or something without Scott there, and he just pops in.
Well, the way I feel about because I grasp the
He also said the same thing about F-16s. He said the provision.
It's just it's definitely this. You know, it's just been cut up, you know? The background looks the same. And I'm only getting like 3 results.
I'm not sure. Maybe he took the video down and just cut it up.
Maybe it's in the live tab.
Maybe.
Important to realize.
Yep, found it.
All right, hello everybody.
Yes! Yes! You fucking, without fail, that audio. Every time.
All right, hello everybody, and welcome to Geopolitics in Conflict show. We're gonna be talking to Scott Ritter, so he's on his way connecting here. So I just spoke with him on the phone, so he will be here in about a few minutes. So I'm gonna just like start chatting with you guys, and I look forward to this conversation. Really, Scott is someone I trust. I trust his judgment. So and he is a military analyst, so he knows what is he talking about. So this is the reason why we decided to really have Scott, because his inputs and insights will provide you a clear understanding. You know, this is
probably not right.
Sort of put the Western media to shame. That is the reason why. With Scott is kind of. He is the deal. Hi, Scott. Here you are. How are you?
How are you? I'm doing fine, thank you. Yourself?
so excited to have you. I know we've been trying to connect for months and months.
Welcome
You were
to
out of the
America.
country. I was out of the country. I was in Poland as well. I went to Eastern Europe, Germany, and so forth. And some of our viewers were like, when can you bring Scott? And I said, listen, he's a busy man. And when time permits, he will be here. So be patient, and here you are. So just to give our viewers one thing I would like to share with them about you and I. What is in
pause it for a
connection with
second.
us here? You.
I just want to share something incredibly devastating. So this is a dollar coin. So kangaroos and shit. They changed them. And now they have sausage fingers on it.
Epic.
No more Queenie. End of an era. How about that? Here's a real one. Queenie on it.
The queen looks better.
Dollar coin. The queen does look better. I completely fucking agree. On every single coin, it looks better. Not sure if you guys know. The 50 cent is like a weird fucking shape.
Graduated from Franklin Marshall College.
At a dollar coin.
Right?
I did a long time ago.
Well, guess what, Scott? I used to do track and field for Franklin Marshall College in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
You ran track and field for
I
F&M.
did track and field for 5,000 meters for them. And I was
football.
You did football. I was about to get scholarship from them, and just things didn't work out with the track and field coach, Peter Carroll, at that time. So I was kind of like moved on to Millersville University in
Well, I know
Lancaster.
Millersville very well.
But that's where I graduated from. So I became aware of your name when you graduated from there. And I was like, well, wait a minute, because it was during the UN inspection and all that, which you played a major role into that and brought the truth to the fore. And I was like, well, wait a minute, that's Scott Ritter, right? He's the guy who graduated from F&M. And some people in Lancaster said, yeah, he was here. He is an alumni. So
I'm an alumni. I used to go, I still go back for homecoming week. I feel bad about Millersville. We enjoyed Millersville because it had an active fraternity life. So we would go down and crash the fraternity parties. But I actually studied, and I have to say that the Millersville Library had a very good Russian history section, and
of course,
fuck off,
it would be Russian.
pedophile.
All right, gonna end it there.
Anyway. Ooh-allow is why copyright laws shouldn't exist, okay? Imagine if we couldn't show you that. Ethan wants to keep ooh-allow out of your pocket. You wouldn't know who ooh-allow is. You'll get no more ooh-allow. Because you'll be like, who was that funny news Borat guy? I don't remember his name because I still couldn't fucking hear it pronounced correctly. And the show, what was it named? Something so generic and dumb, but it didn't make sense. Politics and
like
economy
politics show.
Geopolitics in conflict show. It literally, like, only some, it's like literally something an immigrant would name the show they're trying to fit in. Like, only an immigrant.
God fucking damn it.
It's so funny. You know, but meanwhile, you got depressed Ginger. I don't know what the fuck he does. I'd rather deport depressed Ginger.
Deport him back to fucking England. Oh, he's probably Irish.
Probably.
Deport him back to Northern Ireland. Fucking England. All right. All right. What, like 12 hours?
Yeah.
11 hours, we'll be back? You're not going to keep streaming?
No, I need to rest my throat.
Fair enough.
I'll destroy it.
Well, we'll see you in 12 hours or so. We have another Ethan video, I think, which we'll probably start with maybe half an hour into the stream. Something like that. And we'll go from there.
It's a...
Anyway.
Alright, it might be awful.
It might be.
I'm so sick
We'll
of this
see.
fucking Rango snake.
But we can watch that while I do the intro to Death Stranding. And that should end about that time. So,
Yeah.
what should
How
look
do
at?
we title it to say, like, the joke is that you're playing Death Stranding so you understand what happenings in Death Stranding 2, but the game notoriously is a Kojima game that doesn't make sense. So like, how do you be ironic saying that you are playing through the game to understand the sequel, knowing that it also won't make sense?
Well, you just go, Death Stranding. Huh?
No, it's got to be like playing
you
through
just
so we
dot, dot,
playing
dot.
through so we understand what's going on in the second one. But the joke is that, like, there's no, like, I will literally, like, we gotta test if you can pause cutscenes too when we start. Because, like, it's so funny, because, like, I know a lot of the lore, and, like, the trailers, I literally actively avoid the trailers for the new game. But I've seen a few things. I have no clue. Like, it's
Great.
like so different.
Fair enough. I haven't played the game, so I don't know. But I think we'll end it there. And we're back in a few hours to play video games and shit. And
And you're
make
gonna
fun of
learn
Ethan
about
more for being
Homo
a cunt.
Demon.
Yes. Homo Demon. And Fragile and shit. Or whatever.
Die Hard Man.
Person who breaks in rain or whatever. Rain make you die old something.
Die Hard